is Houston. Say again, please.
Houston, we've had a problem.
Hey there folks, welcome you all to part 39 of Diablo 4 on the Xbox Series X. Okay, so we're kind of not where we were, but I haven't done anything off camera other than clear out my inventory. We've got a couple of things. I pre-warn you now, off camera, I was twiddling away at this jeweller's and the game it just kicked me out again. So it seems to be a bit of a regular feature while I'm recording today, but it's happened over the last number of parts. So, well, we are what we are. We are where we are, people. We're at the mercy of the online feature, sadly. Don't know why for the life of me they didn't make this game be able to be playable offline if you didn't want to do the multiplayer stuff, but there we are. We are going to do a couple of things here. I'm going to try and get this, at the end of the last part I was talking about this being more powerful than the one that we're already using. So I'm going to try and get the aspect off of this, and I've kind of decided not to move to this bow, mainly because I'm not using the bow. I'm slightly confused as to how, if that damage is only if I use the bow. And at the moment, I'm only using the bow for my special moves, not my basic. So I'm a little bit still confused as to how that damage works if I'm not using the bow as my primary weapon, because my primary basic move is daggers. So I'm not overly convinced that I should put that new bow on. Also, doesn't seem to suggest, well, it's kind of better in every way, but well, it would be because the perks on it are different to the ones that I'm using, but its damage, I'd lose my damage to chilled, dazed and stunned, and I'd lose 68 dexterity, and that's my big worry. As I said in the last part, I don't want to lose 68 dexterity necessarily because it might have an overall impact on my damages and such like. So that might be a slightly false reading if we're going to lose dexterity by 68. So we need to try and figure out again how we see how sort of damage is affected by my overall dex and that sort of thing. Damage with ranged. Bonus damage with ranged weapons, 11.2%. Doesn't seem to tell us where it's coming from, though. So that's the only bit that's still kind of a bit. Oh, there's where you see how many of those you've got. I was wondering where that was. So those are all the fragments and stuff that we pick up, and the ores and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, oh, there's our obols as well, which we could be spending if we could find the obols purchasey guy. Purveyor of curiosities. Anywho, so I think we're going to keep the bow we've got on, and we're going to try and get. And also notice that the bow we've got on, the aspect on it we're not using because the aspect on it is specifically for ricochet. Sorry, specifically for rapid fire, which has a chance to ricochet, and we don't use rapid fire. So I think I'm going to put that onto the bow, which will then free up a dagger and a ring for different moves. So let's see how we got on with this, people. And also, I was going to get the... Not them. Okay, now I'm confused. Who was that? Oh, it was this one.
I'm the only merchant with jewels like these.
I was going to make another skull because we'll most definitely stick that in a sec. I feel like we can put another socket in some of these items, but I don't know if I've got the items to do that yet. But if we're not going to put on a lot of the armors that we're getting, and I'm sort of ignoring a lot of the armor from the hoods and the whatever, I'm picking up a lot of yellows that I'm not converting. I'm kind of trashing them all, even though they've got better armor than what we're wearing. So one way around that is to use these skulls if we make them, because it gives us plus 170 armor if we put it on a piece of jewelry. So let's make another one of those. And we've also got the ability to make a bunch of other stuff as well, but we don't need it at the moment. We've got add socket. That's interesting. So you can only have one socket on jewellery then. I think that suggests that that might be the case. But we do have sockets on our... no sockets on our daggers. Or our trousers or our chest piece. So, I think, now that we've upgraded the chest piece... right, it's going to use scattered prisms, which I think is okay. It's going to use one of my two. So we could do... we don't actually have another skull yet, but we could put another socket on those. And then when we do pick up a few more fragments of the skulls, I'd put another one in there. It's expensive business this as well. It's another 50 grand. I'll tell you what, let's hold off on that for a second. So we've got now our place to put our... so this is going to give us a plus 170 armour immediately into that chest piece. Bang. And we've already got an extra 100... oh no, it doesn't work on armour. Shit. I've just done it completely wrong, people. Apologies. That has given us plus 4% healing. Bollocks. What I actually meant to do... right, okay, hang on. My bad. Right, so let's speak to the jeweler again. And... I can't remember how much it is to unsocket. Shit. Just wasted a bunch of coin. Well, we're on... let's just see what this does. We're on 192,000. And we're going to unsocket that item. Yeah, it costs about 20 grand or so. So, the only way we can get our armour up at this point is to take that gem out of there. In fact, looks like it might be a small anyway, so... and now we're going to socket. No, you just do that from here, don't you? Right, so we're going to put that into our ring, which will give us another 170 armour. There we go. Okay, so we've now got 170 extra armour than we had. We have got the ability to put something into that chest piece now. Where's our chest? Well, we've got... ooh, plus 70 thorns, you know. I might take that. I think thorns... I think it hurts enemies when they hit you. From what people told me in the past. So that would give us 3% maximum life. Plus 3% maximum life. That would give us 8% damage reduction while control impaired. 2% damage reduction while fortified. 6% damage taken over time reduction. Right, okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for thorns. Which is the green one. That's bugging me as well, that that's not got two biggies in it. It's got a big and a small. Basic skill damage. I'm sure we've got another yellow big. Yeah, we have. What does it do when I is it going to unsocket both of them? Does not tell me anywhere how much it's going to cost me to unsocket them. In fact, hang on. That's add socket, Steve, that's why. I'm not seeing it if it's telling me how much it's going to cost me. Oh, there it is. It's going to cost 18,000 to unstock it. Okay. So, we now need... what was that giving us? In a weapon. 15% yeah. Basic skill damage. Right, so we've just made our bow much stronger. I think we can collapse those. Salvage. All those. Because we just want to make big ones now. Okay, I think that's probably it from the jeweler. Actually, I might make another one of those big. Costs 12 grand, mind you, but it's another thorns that we could use in.
I'll see you again. Are your hands clean? Look, but don't touch.
We could put extra thorns in our keks, people. 50 grand. Jesus Christ. Right, okay, hang on. Let's go see if we can get the other thing first and see how much money we've got left after that. Where's our curiosities guy up there? So we're going to try now to put our more uber... Really? It's up here. So, we want to imprint... hang on. Do we not want to imprint or we want to change? So we're going to imprint... I'm not sure if I have to take it off before imprint a new one is any problem. Ah, we need to take it off first. Yeah. I keep doing that every time, don't I?
Hand it over.
Extract from that. Correct. Oh, it costs 50 grand, yeah.
That's how that's done.
And then we're gonna put that. Well, it seems to be letting me do it. Ah. Well, that's interesting because I'm pretty sure that is now not as powerful as it was when it was on the... That's 100... Well, it's still double the ring. And it's still more than that. I still feel like it was more powerful on the other one. Maybe not. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. But I feel like it was like 300 or so when it was on the amulet. It's still double what the ring's doing, though. Allowed item types. 1H weapon. 2H weapon. Amulet. Ah, right, okay. Amulet power increased by 50%. So it's more powerful on an amulet than it is on a weapon. So... What's on the other ones? What's on my amulet at the moment? When you break stealth with an attack, you drop a cluster of... Well, I don't use stealth, though, do I? So we could put it on that. So let's put it on our amulet, then. Apart from it's not letting me use it. Oh, no, I know why. I'm being dim. Becoming injured while crowd controlled grants you unstoppable for 4 seconds. This effect has 36-second cooldown. See, that can be used on her armour as well, and that's not on anything else, I don't think. Still seems to be... Amulet power increased by 50%. Oh, ring. Oh, what? Oh, right, it's just saying... Right, the amulet should be more powerful than what it's saying here, then. Don't get it. Power increased by 50% on an amulet. Power increased by... What's 2H weapon? Oh, two-handed weapon. Got you. Right, okay. One-handed... Sorry, people, I'm getting there. One-handed weapon is just... what you see is what you get. A two-handed weapon, it's going to increase its power by 100%, and an amulet's increasing its power by 50%. Right, okay. So definitely better on the amulet. Mind you, so's that. See, actually putting the aspects on isn't that costly. Taking them off is. Ooh. Curious Collector, 75 Gs. Imprint 10 items at the occultist with an aspect from the Codex of Power. Nice. So, that makes me want to put something different on my... Well, what did it say about the... It was only... I think it was only armors that I could put the codexes on. What are you doing? Aspect from inventory. Yeah, I can't use that. Allowed types, helm, chest, boots, glow. Yeah, so no weapons on that one. So my weapon, I think my weapon one's going to have to come from something I've got from the dungeon. Well, you automatically drop a smoke grenade at the end of a dash. That's not doubled. You take less damage from crowd-controlled enemies whenever a crowd-controlled enemy deals direct damage to you. Gain 15% movement speed. That's a new one I think we put on, isn't it? That's a rogue only. Your marksman skills have up to 10% chance to create an arrow storm. Yeah, that's brilliant because we use that all the time. Damaging an elite enemy grants you a barrier. We definitely use that all the time. Upon taking damage from the surrounding enemies, you drop a smoke grenade. Well, yeah, we're using imprinted twice, which would suggest to me that... Yeah. Dodge the next 3 attacks, 2 to 7, within 10 seconds of this effect. Oh no, it's different. Oh, that's imprinted lucky hit, sorry. I thought we had a drop a smoke grenade one already. Maybe not. That's at the end of a dash. Right, okay. So that would suggest then that we'd need to use a Codex of Power. Can't use that one. Flurry damages. We don't use flurry, do we? Your marksman skills have up to 10% chance to create an arrow storm. Well, we're already using that. Distant enemies have an 8% chance to be stunned for 2 seconds when hit by you. Well, we don't think we're using that anywhere. That I can think of anyway. Yeah, it doesn't look like we've got that one on anything. Alright, so... I'm getting very confused, people. Hang on a sec. Not the most exciting start to an episode, I grant you, but well worth doing. Right, I'm going to stick this on. Chance... distant enemies have an 8% chance to be stunned for 2 seconds when they hit you. Yeah. Let's do that. We'll stick that on our both. Oh, we can't. Frack. It's the same problem as before. We can't put anything on the weapon stuff at the moment. That's why I've not changed it, I think. Okay, well that leaves... yeah, we've already changed the amulet, haven't we? Yeah, there we go. So see, on the amulet now, we've got a 309 on the stun grenades. So that's exactly what I wanted. So that 50% extra was because we put it on the amulet and not on a piece of armour. So that was well worth it. And that is definitely the one that's in use. Because if you look at the other two now, the ring's greyed out and the weapon is also greyed out. However, I think... could we possibly put something on that ring that isn't that? Now I've got 2 item aspects that aren't getting used. Let's try this one. Yes, we can. Because it uses different pieces for the jewellery. So, 42 grand. Just be able to do that, people. Leave us 20 grand left over. Brilliant. Right, I'm happy with that. So, we've now got rapid fire, which is unfortunately not doing us any good, but we have now got 2 big gems in there, so our basic skill damage has gone up by about an extra 3%, something like that. And we've only got 1 duplicate on that, like we had before, and we've now got a more uber version of the smoke grenades happening. Right, I'm super happy with all of that, people. I'm super happy with all of that. We didn't have enough left over to put the thorns into our... It's going to cost 50 grand to put another socket into those trousers and boots. So we'll hang on to that green gem. And we'll get extra... Oh, and we've got extra, yeah. We've got thorns on our top as well. Bloody hell, that was about half an hour of me figuring stuff out, people. Good grief, should we do some action? That was just, I anticipated that being quite a quick 5-minute sort everything out, so apologies if that was a bit dull, people. Let's crack on. We're going to carry on with our yellows, sorry, our blues, and we might as well start from the top and work our way down, I think. So we're going all the way back up to this one, I think, the woodsman of Nevesk. Search the wilderness for the woodsman's axe. Let's get to that. Let's do this. Well, as it happens, I think I'll just stick my gem in the... Yeah, I still haven't decided what I'm doing with these, have I? Well, I kind of did. I kind of decided I was going to Uber up what I had already and not use... I might keep the bow just in case, but the boots can go.
Father bless. What do you need?
Let's go! Holy shit, what the hell was hammering me there?
I need more time.
Oh yeah, those stun grenades are doing way more damage.
I'm out of energy.
I swear to God, whenever I uber up my armour in this game, the next fight I go into, I feel totally and utterly useless when it comes to armour. Oh, I just killed a little fox for no reason whatsoever.
I need more time.
Crikey, I used a lot of heals there, people. The woodsman's axe, there it is. Oh, fuck me.
Sweet is the blood of the lamb.
He did. Well, that went well. The woodsman's axe. Let's make a note of it. Return the woodsman's axe to Magdalena. Seems reasonable. Is there anything else we can do while we're out in these? Well, everything else is much further away, so let's just go back. Ooh, we're very close to our level 50. And also, here's something I remembered, people. In our abilities, up here, there's another tab of well, I assume moves, called Paragon. And it's level 50 unlock. So we get our Paragon. So we've got skill tree and Paragon. We'll find out what's in Paragon when we hit level 50. So I'm quite excited about that, people. Magdalena. I have the woodman's axe.
It must have been a grim place, judging by how much blood is on this axe. I confess, I'm eager to leave this place. I can't shake the feeling that I'm being watched. Now to get this thing back to Ministad and collect my due. Thank you for your help.
Wasn't quite enough to get our level 50. Alright, what else we got? The cleansing flame. Is that one I jotted down to do? Yes, it is. So we'll do that one next then. Ooh, little section we've not discovered. She'll go from there. Yeah, that's the point. I want to find one of these people that take the obols.
They all look the same. I take them outside. I bury them. I come back. And there are more. All the same.
Ritual brazier. Oh, here we go. God, he got absolutely battered.
I'm not ready yet.
Whoa, I got frozen.
I need more energy.
Whoa, level up and ride your pony. Level 50 people. And an achievement. Thought there might be. Dedicated. Something or other. Level 50 with any character. Woo! That's brilliant, people. Challenge reward unlocked. Yeah. Again, it popped up with that last time. I'm not sure where to get it. They've got little treasure things next to them, but how do I... Yeah, reach level 50 as a rogue. There we go. And it's got a little thing next to it. It seems to suggest that I've got a reward. But where the fuck is it? Is it the shop?
Greetings, traveler. Behold the marvelous tales I have to offer.
Doesn't seem to be. That seems to be all monetary things. I do feel like I got some cosmetic rewards at one point, mind you. But they're all coin. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments below if you can tell me what the hell I'm doing wrong there. I can't figure out where to get my rewards that it seems to be telling me about. No idea. Right, okay. Well, we have, however, unlocked the Paragon tree here. Oh, blimey. 1.5% resistances to all element. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of, like, possible stuff in here that's going to be awesome. Available 1 point. Ah, got to start at the bottom. Paragon starting node. There we go. Plus 5 dexterity. Plus 5 strength. Plus 5 dexterity. So we've got 2 dexes. Intelligence. Resistances. Plus 5% damage. Well, that's one to go for, isn't it? How do we get there, though? I assume these unlock as you light up the others. Yeah, that's a dex. So that's going to be dex, 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 and then a perk. That'll be strength, intelligence, and then a perk. But I think I want the damage first. Oof, that's plus 10% damage. And 4% maximum life. What's the requirements? Oh, right. That's quite clever, isn't it? So, I need to get my intelligence up to 160 before I can get that perk, though. And that strength needs to be up to 170 before I can get that perk. So, that's interesting. So, I need to balance things out a bit more than I have done. And by that very token, it means I can't actually progress either way until I sort one of those out, does it? Unless you can start from somewhere else. Doesn't seem to be the case, though. It seems to be the case that I have to start at the bottom. Unless I'm not... What's that bit at the bottom, though, with all the different symbols in it? I can't seem to get there. What's R do? Ah, here we go. So at the bottom left there, there's a bunch of glyph things. Switch to glyphs. There we go. So what do I do with these? Does this change the... starting node? Okay, I'll just have to try it and see, I guess. For every 5 strength purchased within range, you gain 1.1% increased damage to crowd control targets. So what does that mean? I can activate one of these? Doesn't seem to do anything. Just seems to be glyphs that I've already unlocked. Oh no, wait. I've no idea what I'm doing, people. I think the glyphs unlock somehow. Right, okay. So you unlock that glyph by getting... Oh, purchase in radius range. Right, don't know. It's not giving me very much in the way of instruction, is it? Next radius increases at level 15. So is this Paragon levels then that we're talking about here? Or did the glyphs level up? They all seem to have level 15 on them. Level 0 efficiency. Okay, I'm highly confused. I don't know. So let's unlock one of these and see. We'll get +5 dex out of it one way or the other. Gate nodes allow you to attach additional paragon boards. Okay. Don't know how we're going to sort this intelligence problem out, though. I need to find fucking hell. It's more than double what I've got. I mean, I mean, my dexterity is pretty. I mean, I guess the paragon is supposed to be a whole new thing to sort of work towards, isn't it? So I suppose that's fair enough. But I'm going to have to do a lot of work with my. I don't know. My kit is the only way to boost those things significantly. So I don't know. Like, where are we going now? Back to town. A priest matvey. These people, were they all deserving?
Many were bandits, murderers. Others, dear friends, good, light-tending folk, until they embraced evil. We must not share the fate of Nevesk. Examples must be made.
I have lit the old brazier.
So you have. I can smell it from here. I wish I could have seen the flames dance. The light shines through you, wanderer.
Okay, I'm now wondering, it said Paragon gates. If you look at where I've got level 50 now, it seems to be... There's like little pointy up white arrows in the bar. There's 3 of them. Just wondering if they've always been there or whether they're just new, because I don't remember them from before. I wonder if that's what the Paragon gates are. Does that also mean I don't level up like I normally do now? Do I go to 51 or do I stay at 50? And I don't know. Let's find out, I suppose. Next quest. Secret of the Spring. Huh? Well, where the hell is it? Normally the map shows you... Oh, there we go. Up that way. There it is. Closest... Oh, Jesus. Closest teleport point is probably that one.
You, wanderer, I know what you are.
Okay. Right, I need to spend some of these murmuring orbles because I feel like Yeah, well, I'm only on 324. Can hold 515, so... Oh yeah, I was going to just see if there was one of those Obles people here. What's that symbol there? World Tier statue. Alright. Not overly sure what the symbol is. I know someone's probably told me this before, but finding those purveyors of, well, they're not curiosities, because that's the curiosity person, isn't it? Whatever the Oble ones are called. I'm not seeing any weird symbols kicking around that particular town. Can't actually remember where. I definitely saw one somewhere that was quite obvious, but I think someone told me at one point they don't show up on this thing. They only kind of appear when you're in the town itself. Let's have a quick teleport about to see if we can find one. So that's curiosities. Oh, occultists, yeah. Sorry, not curiosities. So the occultists are ones that take the... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Ass. Yeah, Codex of Power and stuff. So it's not them. That's a jeweler's. I'm almost positive they have got a symbol on the map when they are about, but I don't know why they're so hard to find. So if someone can tell me, if I haven't figured it out by this point already, because I don't know why I'm finding them so difficult to find when I want to spend my obols, people. Kudbadu is where we came from, I'm pretty sure. Unless they're one of these people that just pitch up from time to time, you just got to look out for them. That seem a bit extreme to do it that way. Yeah, that's the one we just came from. No, frack it.
You, wanderer, I know what you are.
Very good. Well, you can tell me later when I've cleared up some of the other blues. Well, that's a very handy altar of Lilith. Intelligence increased by 2 for all characters. Fucking hell. Gonna let me heal when I was on the floor. For effect's sake. Trough of Orabis. What am I meant to do? Not sure what I'm meant to be doing here, unless it's underneath. I'm sure that's just a big circle back to where I started. Hey! Oh, I'll tell you what I haven't got on for some reason. I don't seem to have the quest marked. Solve the notes riddle. Oh, right, okay. How do we read the note? What do we do here, people? I found a strange note. Oh, here we go. I found a strange note with what seems to be a riddle on it. Beacon of warmth, in winter embrace. Patience rewarded by nature's own grace. So, patience. Patience seems to be just what? Unless it's one of those things where you have to...
Thank you.
help.
Aid would be welcome. Impressive. Sorry. There are so many ways I can kill you.
Well, it doesn't seem so.
Ooh, efficient.
Well, it seemed to suggest patience, but... and warmth, but I don't think I have anything move-wise that's fiery or warm anyway. Just a big circle in it.
I'm not ready yet.
I think I might have to leave this one. Don't know what I'm doing. Beacon of warmth in winter's embrace. Patience rewarded by nature's own grace. Don't know. Worth a go. And I don't have anything else left to try, people. That's kind of it. Right, I'll come back to that one. I might Google it or something because it's just winding me up. Traveller's Prayer. Oh, it's just one of these where I just give thanks at the shrine.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Elixirs. I've been picking them up for a while. If at all. Next. Weight of Sin. Teleport point is probably this one. Acquire Dawas bracelet and Naraas bracelet. Alright, okay. Yeah, well, we are gaining XP, but it's a blue bar we have now instead of a yellow one. Say fat bow or flat bow. Cut salvation. Well, while in Rome.
Energy. I need more time. I'm low on energy. I need more time.
Whew, that'll do it.
I'm not ready yet.
Well, we ended on 7 of 8. I won't use that heal thing just yet. Thought I was going to get something special there and I didn't. Well, I didn't find any sign of anyone's bracelet. There we go, Nara's bracelet, thank you. Well, I think we'll go back the way now. Might be a big circle anyway.
energy.
Hey, Dawas bracelet. Thank you. Return Dawa and Nara's bracelets to Nekhii.
I need more time. Oh, out of energy.
Well, we could just go back. We're just trying to clock up some more XP, really, more than anything. Really, all the XP's in the quest, though, isn't it? Gold, though. Only back up to 70 grand. Oh, Jesus. There's no quick way of getting back there, is there? Well, there's a bit of an argument that says that's quite a quick way to get back there. Find out, I guess. Minor got. How have we gone over the hour mark? Over the hour mark by about 15 minutes. I hadn't even realised.
More energy.
Nekhii's confession, a rolled letter with Nekhii's parting words.
The Triune promised a future beyond suffering. We knew only hunger after Mother and Father passed. I joined the Triune to guarantee our future, our happiness. Yet, I returned to only ash and despair. I go to them now, offering my body to the pools as our ancestors did. I hope to feel even a fraction of the suffering I caused before I am gone. May your bracelets return here too, so that I may hold you again in the plains beyond.
Place carved bracelets in pool. There we go. Right, so next part, we'll just pick up on the next blue, I think. We're getting there. Look, we've hardly got any blues left now. So we've got dry step stuff to do. The Fractured Peaks, I'll Google that one actually, Secret of the Spring, and just see what it says. Unless someone's managed to put it in the comments below before the next part, which I may have recorded before before you've got a chance anyway. But there you are. We'll move on to Blistered Heart if I've not got an answer to the secret of the spring in the next part, people. Well, there you go. We've gone well over the hour mark there, people. Where's that going to take us? That quest. Down here. That's the one. Undiscovered area as well. Quickest route to it is probably from there. A few things to clean up in the inventory, but nothing too crazy, I don't think. I think we junked most of it anyway. Yeah, we have, apart from that. Not a bad looking chest plate. Right, well, that's an ideal place to wrap things up, people. Blimey, eh? An extended part for no extra cost. Well, there you are, folks. It has been an honour and a privilege serving for you once again in Diablo 4 on the Xbox Series X, and I shall catch you in the next one, folks. Take it easy. Bye.